Okay, we are allegedly live again. Um, so I'm just gonna see if anybody joins on my little small backup channel with 168 subscribers. The geared head out there. Oh my god. Shit, things are getting hazy over there. Hey guys, maybe I could just like backup channel. Yeah, I'm just there's that. Um, Not much going on in the chat right now because I guess you guys are just watching. Actually, let me you guys probably can't even fucking hear me because it's just the wind is probably insane. But anyways, I'm just out here doing Nikon P1000 observations. You know, it's just whatever. You know, Nikon P1000. You know, nothing special today. It's another one of those days where you just get the weirdest condition. Look at that. Look at what just happened in a span of like no time. Let me take a picture of that. Oh. Yeah, it's crazy. Sorry, let me just... Yeah, that's the problem with, you know, live streaming on your backup channel with only 168 subscribers. You know, you don't get too much of an active chat. John Dessel asks, why don't you contact Owen Benjamin for a nice talk about Flat Earth? He really needs it. I mean, I have a feeling there's just no way to get in contact with him right now. He's probably getting sent a $20 to, and he rambled on. He read it, but he got so many of them that he didn't read it. So it's kind of a bummer. So guys, YouTube is shutting off the lecture here to see Owen Benjamin interview Eric Dubay. Yep. So yeah, again, I'm just out here kind of doing some P1000 observations, a little bored. That's interesting today. Just a bunch of obscured buildings hidden by God knows what. So yeah, thanks for the... Yeah, if he's interested in the truth, and Owen will figure it out just fine. Someone says little choppy on the P1000 flat screen. Yeah, I know. I wasn't trying to like present anything interesting to you guys here. You're not going to be able to see it very well. So listen, I have raw P1000 footage observations. I come out here multiple times a week to capture. So I figured I would just, you know, put the raw data up, you know, whatever the hell I capture, it's uploaded raw to YouTube. And that way I can, that way, you know, anybody who's interested can just look at the raw data, you know, every day, different conditions. And so I'm going to link to this, to my, actually, don't worry about it. You're going to hear about it on my main channel. You're going to hear about my new P1000 channel. It's called RPP P1000. So anyways, thanks to the 8 of you currently watching. Planar Earth lovers everywhere. Looks like good conditions today. Well, it depends what your definition of good is. Is it pretty clear? Yeah, it's pretty clear. It's not the clearest, but it's pretty clear. If you're hoping to find flat Earth observations, today's not one of those days. Today's one of those days where there is mirroring taking place along the horizon line. Yeah, there is a bit of haze in the distance, actually. There's a bit of mirroring taking place, but these are just like half missing from the bottom. And again, you know, compression. We can talk about the footage I've captured, where the bottom few floors close to more live viewers that I get on my main channel right now. God damn YouTube session. Anyways, so yeah, I was just bored. I just wanted to go live for a moment, just out of sheer boredom. Check this out. This is kind of interesting. I purchased this. It's $200. Not too expensive for the benefit. It's called a geared head. You attach it to the top of your tripod. You got 3 knobs here. The thing is, when you're zoomed in with the P1000, it's so zoomed in that the tiniest movement trying to adjust it with your hand is like a massive wobble in what you're looking at. So you need fine precision adjustments. I did a lot of research and I finally find out there's a solution. All you gotta do is turn this knob here, and as you can see, the camera starts to change its position to the side. That's it basically. It's an interesting gadget that allows you to do micro precision adjustments when the human hand is too blunt an instrument for micro precision. So it's actually really helpful. I'll probably do a video review on this in the coming weeks. But I like it. It's good. Highly recommended for anybody. P1000 observations. Sorry, let me check the chat just in case there was anything new here. Yeah, there was a bit of haze, planer. So, anyways. I think someone's doing black. Oh, the stream got shut down for a second. Call the other person who suggested it at a $25 super chat. He's inundated with super chats. He didn't even get a chance to read mine. So, and I thought it was quite pertinent. I guess, Planer, do you have a P1000 or a P900? What do you got, Planer? LOL, John. All right, whatever. What do you have? Yeah, 900. What do you got, man? Come on, spill the beans. Owen's chat stream was so fast, it was horrible. What do you mean fast? I don't know. What do you mean fast? You mean it was short? You have a shitty cool pics. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, so this is the model, geared head. It's by a company called, let me see if I can get this in the shot, by a company called Benro. Let's make sure I can get this in the shot. I just can't see shit. It's Benro. E-N-R-O, and the model number of the is GD3H. Costs about $200. Not, I guess it depends on your situation. And it works really well. I've only used it like 4 times so far. It's actually the second geared head I've had. I bought another one for $175. They're made by Manfrotto, and I think it was a gray market product. It came in busted, so I returned it. And I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna give this one a try." I have to say, I'm really liking it. $20, $30 more. I think it's got a better build, and the knobs are kind of nicer, and I think it's probably worth it for the $200 if you're gonna get one, I would say. So it's pretty good. Available on Amazon, and I actually got this from B&H. So let me just check. What's up, Jess West End? What's up, man? Owen did. Yeah, you know the things. I've been getting so many fucking live he wouldn't have enough time in the day to actually keep up and read everything. So yeah, I kind of wasted those $25 super chat. I really wanted him to read it because it was quite pertinent to his question about flights over the poles, but I guess he didn't get to it, so that's okay. It happens. But he'll figure everything out. If he's genuinely interested in the truth, he's going to hear everything. So we just have to be patient. Just watch. Interesting. Very interesting, because he's pretty high profile. He's been on Joe. He's sat in front of Joe Rogan twice. I think he said yesterday he was on some kind of a sitcom. So it's always interesting with people who have dabbled their feet into the mainstream, dabbled their feet into the Hollywood circles, sat right in front there with Joe, the shill Rogan. It's always interesting when they start putting out crazy views, like considering whether or not the earth is flat. When is he debating Dubay? I don't think an official date has been announced. I keep hearing that, like, Eric Dubay is like in the chat during Owen's live stream saying, hey, I contacted you, hey, I emailed you, but you haven't responded in days, what's up? So, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'll pay $150 to watch those two for 2 hours. $50 fucking dollars, man. Because that would be big. So yeah, but there's no proof we live on a globe. There's literally zero evidence. The best evidence we live on a globe is unfalsifiable footage from so high up, satellites, space stations, etc., that we can't even prove it. When you come back down to Earth, right? When you come back down to Earth, and you say, okay, what are the proofs of the globe that are actually tangible, falsifiable, and down to Earth? You pull out a camera and you zoom in, and yeah, some days it looks like half the building's missing, with a couple nugget nuances of compression and mirroring, which actually very well could coincide with flat Earth, and flat, top to bottom flat. I've been out here on days where you can't even see the compression effect because it's so flat. You just see everything from top to bottom. You see the trees, you see the buildings. It's just so. Yeah, to me the thing is like, come on, man. If we lived on a damn globe, there shouldn't be all these nuances to the alleged proof. Like, you think it would just be pretty straightforward. Okay, things are supposed to disappear bottom up in the distance. If things are supposed to disappear bottom up in the distance, why can't they just be missing? Why is it that some days I come out and it looks flat as a pancake? Why? So, again, it's just not good. Did Aristotle know that light can sometimes refract and lift things up? It's a joke. It's a joke, man. It's disgraceful. Maxime Blanchett. Hey, Chris, I thought about something, but it can be quite lengthy. How can I connect with you and share something? Yeah, why don't, I'd say that probably the best way to contact me would probably be, how about just email? Trying to think of the best way to, so you don't have to write it down, but I don't remember the exact page. I think it's redpillphilosophy.com/contact. redpillphilosophy.com/contact. My email address is there. So go check that out and just send me an email and I'll take a look at what you have to say. Hopefully you're not going to tell me the earth is hollow and there's aliens inside of it or something. John, planar earth lovers everywhere. How would you pronounce the acronym PELE? Is it Peel? How do you pronounce that? Come on. John says it's crazy that we're able to perpetuate the globe lie for this long. It's still going strong in the minds of the woefully ignorant. Yeah. People love their spinning globe, man. It's a I was talking to my dad about it yesterday, and he's like, "Look, my dad's basically at a point where he's had to admit that there's no real. He can't defend the globe in a debate. He's had to admit it. He's had to admit that he can't defend it scientifically. So he's basically like, yeah, well, people just believe what they want to believe, and people just believe. He's basically just saying the globe is a belief, and he prefers it, and that's it. And listen, if I was raised on Star Trek, and I was raised on the Apollo moon landing, like my dad was, because he's a bit old, and I was raised on sci-fi, and I was raised on a big fat diet of space and spinning space spheres, man, I wouldn't want to give that up late in my life. When I'm retired and I'm ready to relax, I'm not ready to rock my world with a whole new paradigm shift, man. So I don't want to put pressure on old people, because if I was 60 something years old, 70 years old, and suddenly everything I ever thought about my reality was being stripped away from me, I'd probably just say, look, let me go to the grave believing whatever I want. Wow. John says, like the Brazilian footballer. My name isn't John, bro. I don't know, bro. Are you like half a fucking troll, man? You said LOL, it's John, and then okay, so what is it, John? Oh, forget it, bro. You're just confusing me at this point. I was raised on Star Wars, loved it, not really. They give up on it, and you think it's ridiculous, Mr. Oh, okay. I got you. Oh my lord. Okay, Mr. Libzerdi says you're awesome, man. Hey, thanks, appreciate that, man. So, wow. So now you don't like. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine watching Star Wars and be like, "Woo, space"? And you know the crazy part about Star Wars is that it's just pure fantasy. It's set a long time ago in a galaxy far away. So it's suggesting that it's in the past and that it already happened. And shit, it's suggesting that it may very well be part of history. So, to illusion that space is fake, while Star Wars literally presents itself as if it's a real thing that happened a long time ago in a galaxy far away. I mean, you can't merge the two. You can't merge your belief that space is fake with Star Wars anymore. I would imagine that you would watch Star Wars and just be resentful. You probably feel resentful about Star Wars if you don't think space is real. I have to say, I've never thought of it that way. Not too deep. That's nuts. I have to say, that's nuts. Resenting Star Wars because you've realized space is fake. And the way it does. And it's just sometimes, man, when you look out at the world and you put down your globe propaganda brainwashing, and you actually just look out and you see things with a curious and open mind, the world doesn't, not only does the world start to look different, it starts to feel different. And I think that realizing there's no proof you live in a globe, I think that maybe when you put down the globe propaganda, which is a filter over your eyes and your perception between you and what you see, when you put that filter down, that belief system down, and you start to see the world directly, it's almost like a spiritual awakening, man. It's like fucking Eckhart Tolle in the now before. I've felt that many times with this whole flat earth shit. I feel like in those brief moments where I put down the globe belief system, because I haven't let go of the globe belief system yet. Seeing reality with new eyes. That's right. When you put down the globe, heliocentric spinning spaceball religion, belief system, I haven't put it down yet completely because I'm still trying to be the open-minded skeptic who's like, oh, okay, maybe, maybe not. But every now and again, I have these moments where I'm like, put it down for a second and just see the world with your actual eyes. Just actually look at it. And it's just like a paradigm shift happens for a second, and then the belief system comes back in and filters out reality. I got deep into flat Earth in the last, I've gone so deep into flat Earth in the last year that I'm going to now dive deep into the globe side. I've literally been watching space documentaries on Netflix. I'm going to immerse myself in their side because I really want to make sure before I fully go flat that I'm not missing something. So I'm watching all these silly space documents that are 99% CGI, and I'm watching all these the International Space Station. I just want to really and see what talking about flat Earth with family. They treat me completely different, like I'm just a joke and stupid. It's kind of hurtful because they are family members I've always been close. Yeah, that's a bitch. I definitely think I had a few family members who almost disowned me over this flat Earth thing. They will never admit it, but I think they were about ready to say, Chris has lost it. He's lost his mind. Any debate about this topic, but Chris has lost his mind, and it's time to disown this. Gotten vibes like that before from family, but you know what? A lot of them are starting to come over now. They're in no way becoming flat earthers, no way in hell. But I think they're starting to realize that, bro, if you can't beat me in a debate on this topic, you can't call me crazy. If you can't beat me in a debate on this topic, call me crazy and try to disown me. So I think that's a big part of it, man. Like, you know, people are triggered by this topic, man. This shit cuts to the core. Bro, I had this one time. I was taking a bunch of people out to a vegan restaurant, taking out like close family members and a friend of a family member. And so literally I'm paying for the freaking thing. I wanted to like show them like some good vegan food, and I was literally taking them out. I was gonna pay for it and everything. Like I'm literally the nice guy in this situation. And I mentioned the word, everything went dead silent because they'd heard me talk about flat Earth before, but they'd always rejected it. And it's just so funny, man. It triggers people, man. And you know, fuck all I have to say about flight. It took time, but now they're slowly coming around. They're not admitting it's flat, but they're at least concede to flat earthers. Flat earthers are demonized by society as being the dumbest people. So any concession to the dumbest people in the world is a devastating defeat. So, realize that the reason they get the cowards, and you should not. You know, what is it? A lion does not. What's the quote? A lion does not concern itself with the opinions of sheep. You have to just realize, man, that they're just cowards. They're intellectual cowards. And you just got to stick to your guns. You're a critical thinker. You could destroy them in any debate on this topic. So you know where you stand. Fuck them. Doesn't mean you hate them. Doesn't mean you disown them. Just means don't bring it up around them. People love their spinning space ball. They don't get triggered. Look, I'm starting to think they don't get triggered because they think you're crazy and, oh my God, he's lost. They get triggered because it rocks their world, and they lash out at you because you're the one disrupting the whole thing. So don't even, just don't bring it up around them. Be strategic about it. But at the end of the day, if they're not going to come over and they're going to reject it like utter fucking cowards, who literally think they live on a spinning ball because their first grade teacher told them and couldn't give a fuck to research it, who cares? Doesn't mean you hate them, doesn't mean you disown them, just means don't call the psych ward. No, it's probably because they get triggered because people love their spinning space ball. People love their spinning space ball. It soothes them at night. It helps them sleep at night. The spinning space ball justifies their scurrying mentality. You can't keep a massive engine of consumerism on a flat stationary Earth. You need a spin ball. You need constant motion in the universe. So people, in their minds, subconsciously, they start to think to themselves, the universe is constantly moving. Even when I sit down and try to relax, I'm still flying at 1,000 miles an hour on a spinning space rock. So they get triggered mostly because it goes against everything they know at their core, everything they've been raised and taught and brainwashed to believe. So I wouldn't, they've been are retarded. Flat earthers know more about the people who think they live on the globe. Like that alone is just fucking humiliating. Flat earth about the globe than the people who defend the globe. It's the most deep. That's propaganda into the system that people think flat earth for not believing in a globe. Globe heads don't even know the first fucking fact about the globe. So it's a joke. So, but that shows you how demonized flat earthers are. Flat earth is the most demonized thing you could ever be in society. Most ridiculed, most demonized. And I'll tell you, I've been out here a lot of times. I've had a lot of conversations with random people out here. Some people ask me, what the hell, what are you doing? I had a guy with a giant camera come the other day, and he was looking for pictures of a rare bird. And, we kind of started chatting about cameras because I know he had this giant bazooka lens. And a guy was really open-minded. He was fighting for the globe. We had a little mini debate. He was fighting for the globe, but he also was very open-minded. And he said, open-minded guy, and, I think that's very interesting what you're telling me. It's very interesting what you're saying. So, Pele, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Pele. All that motion of Earth is totally bogus. It's incredible the amount of spinning that possesses me globally. Yeah, the Earth probably is not spinning. Apparently, that's why Einstein had to concoct relativity, because Michelson-Morley detected no motion. And so, what happens when you've been presupposing the Earth is a sphere? And your experiments stationary. Oh, you just make movement relative. You can just cancel out. There's no such thing as moving or stationary. Oh, that's why I call it an ancient. It's called the ancient presupposition. That's what it's called. Presupposition. It's old. It's ancient. Around forever, and trying to prove it since before we had the proof for it. Mr. Lubzerti, I just think you're a brave and a true philosopher, and I am not a flat earther yet, just a skeptic and a philosopher. Hey, man. It only takes a seed to sprout something bigger. A lion does not concern itself with the opinions of sheep. And that's yourself, the opinions of the sheep from the cattle. The cattle, man, the cattle, they want you to conform, because the more people join their cult of conformity, the easier it is for them to justify living like slaves. Well, everyone else is a slave, so I'm content. And then when someone decides to leave the plantation, like crabs in a bucket, they try to pull you back in. And from globular deceptions, we're not content. We're not content with just living in this bullshit. We want to live immersed deeply into the reality, bro. I want to know what the world really is like. I mean, it just makes sense. Why would you try to defy something so vast, something so complex? It's a losing battle to become a Satanist and to try to defy the creation you were in plan. In your attempt to fight this massive creation, has become a damn atheist Satanist. And violence is the only ladder towards pseudo enlightenment. Let's take a look at what this stuff is looking like right now. Zoom in here. I don't expect you guys to be able to see much. Let me just take a look myself. Hang on. Gotta look through here. Looks like we still got mirroring. Let me confirm that real quick. You know what? Let me press record on this bitch. Now here's what's great about the geared head is that now if I need to lower this, if I need to tilt the camera down and micro adjustment, boom, there it is. I just lift it up a little bit, super micro adjustments, and there we have it into view, just what I needed. Sorry, just give me a second here. It's getting a little murky out there, and we still have mirroring. Yeah, it's just not the best day for visibility. Honestly, it's a very complex thing happening on the horizon. It's a very complex thing. I mean, it's. I have to tell you, man. I don't know what the fuck Aristotle was thinking when he saw a ship disappear bottom up. Oh shit, we must live on a sphere. You know, bro. You know how many variables are taking place on the horizon? To think that some ancient Flintstones dude with no legit optics, I mean, unless he has some great telescope, ancient telescope, the arrogance to assume that is, I mean, based on all we can see now, man, no way that's proof of shit. Let me find the lighthouse real quick. Let me just find the lighthouse real quick. I hate it when you do that. It's just YouTube. Sorry, I lost half the viewers of YouTube on the live stream. So, guys, YouTube, they just, I mean, censorship tube. All right, we have a bunch of new commenters. Oof. Man, they're really messy with your stream. Yeah, they're all, yeah, I mean, it's censorship too. You don't need a label. Okay, I guess our senses tell us we are flat and motionless, what we were born with. Free OJ says that stuff is flat. Jose Meza says sub red pill philosophy. What's up, Jose? Free OJ says, what would be great if you and Owen talk. You should live more often. Yeah, the only reason I don't live stream so often is because YouTube stole my live streaming on my main channel. So I do have this backup one for live streaming, but you know, I just I would be live streaming like all the time if I actually had it on my main channel. But would be great if you and Owen would talk. Like I told somebody, you know, talk to Owen, email Owen, you know, go message Owen. It's like email's not going to get through to him. I gave him $5 super chat yesterday, and he's getting so many super chats he didn't even have time to read it, so he didn't even read it. So Owen will figure it out in due time. I'm not out here scrambling to like secure him or anything. You know, it's gonna happen when it happens, if it's bound and destined to happen. So anyways, listen, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Just a random live stream. I actually get live streaming back on my main channel. With I'm actually I might hit 200,000 subscribers soon on my main channel if I don't post too much flat Earth shit. Because I'm getting subscribers because of one of my anti-feminism videos went viral. You know, men defending themselves against crazy violent women. So, you know, that's basically what it comes down to, is that I could either not post flat Earth videos and then hit the 200,000 subscriber mark and, you know, celebrate like I'm so cool, or I can just keep posting what I'm passionate about and not give a fuck if I lose subscribers. Most people on YouTube pander to whatever gets them more subs and viewers, and they get short-term victories thinking they're getting ahead because they have this and they have these clicks and they have all that stuff. But that's just low IQ weakness. But I do get live streaming back on my main channel in about 2 weeks. And I find it funny that while my live stream is gone for the 3 months period because of a community guideline strike, which they won't even specify why I was striked, I don't get any more strikes in the whole 3 months. But the moment I get my live streaming back, within a week or two, I'm getting strikes again. So why do the strikes only come when I get the live streaming back? So they have another excuse to take it away for 3 months. What the hell is that about? Because we know it's all fake. They're just using community guideline strikes as a way to shut down my live streaming, but more importantly, to shut down the super chats. Because you don't make ad money on YouTube anymore. So they shut down the super chats. That's the real reason they take away live streaming, to shut down super chats. But anyways, so we're rolling with the punches right now. No one cares. It's just a bunch of privileged white liberals, angry Trump won, and you know it's the future. So they're just gonna have to get used to it. It's all done for them. So we're gonna roll with the punches for now. YouTube censorship is rampant and obscene. We're gonna roll with the punches. We'll find alternative platforms, and in the long run, we will rise from the ashes victorious. So it doesn't really even matter. So maybe I'll do more live streams on this channel, but I will be getting live streams back on my main channel soon. WWG1, there is a video where Neil deGrasse Tyson is asked if he believes a planet that is flat somewhere in the universe, and said no. Of course not, because gravity is their religion. You can't have a sphere without gravity. So gravity has to be an all-pervasive force in the whole universe. So that's what they do. I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson did say in some Netflix documentary years ago, he said that the universe is flat. I'm not kidding. Neil deGrasse Tyson said that the universe is flat. That's a quote. The universe is flat. So I think that's what they do. They usually tell you the truth in a slightly modified way so that if ever the truth comes out that the earth is flat, they've all been bullshitting us. Neil Tyson could say, whoa, no, I said the universe is flat. The universe is flat. I said the universe is flat. And shit, if the earth is flat and there's a dome and we can't get out, then this is all there is. So this is the universe. So to say the universe is flat is to say the flat earth is flat. So technically he's not lying to you. And that's how they always do it. Plausible deniability. Okay, guys and girls. Thank you guys for watching.